Shalom, call halal Yahweh Bashem Shai Bahashem Rakak Badash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, among the heathen that be like unto the speckled bird. To the Akwaf that are listening and learning. Once again, double honors unto the apostles and the elders. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, and this is just going to be a quick hit. I've been watching this series, The Witcher. I'm always looking for things that are to edify. I don't watch shows just for pure entertainment. And as far as entertainment value, this one was probably like it got 5 stars. I would give it maybe 4. Not quite 5 because it was kind of a hit or miss show on if you're into, if you just like the action and the combat, it was a little bit slow on that too. But when it was on, it was on. So I would give it 4 stars. But outside of any of that, that's not even important. What's important is the message that it's sending. It's sending serious. It's letting you know that in this make-believe realm that they've created, you have your ruling class, your royalty, and and all that, your government's established, but within all those governments is a mage. And a mage is a witch. So what they're showing you is that all these governments are set up and governed by witchcraft. They're showing you that right in this show. Because right there in the councils that they would have for whatever was going on in their different realms and dealing with their citizens and their people in the other kingdoms, every council had a witch, and then there was a council of witches, and basically they were ruling over the royalty, and little did the people know it, with the use of witchcraft. And that's the same thing today. This is Proverbs 12:19, and it reads, "The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment." And these major religions are all based upon witchcraft, from Catholicism to Judaism, right? With all these, because the holy language of the Lord, the holy language of heaven is Hebrew, and in Catholicism, all their prayers and chants are in Latin. Latin is the tongue of the wicked. All right, Satan in the flesh, which is Esau, Edom. Just like the Israelites are the spiritual fleshly counterpart of a representation of the Lord here on earth, Esau, Edom is the wicked fleshly representation of Satan here on earth. And that's just what it is, man. All right, let's go to Exodus 22 and 18, I believe. Exodus 22 and 18, and it reads, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." All right, it says thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And this whole place is being governed. This whole situation here is being governed by witches and warlocks. Because I forget the name. Quiet. The name that they referred to and called as a matter of fact, when I looked up the word Witcher, which is the main character in the title of the show, Witcher basically, one of the definitions for it was a male witch, a sorcerer. And this thing is full of sorcery. As a matter of fact, the scene that you're looking at is a battle, where this witch standing there is using her witchcraft to kill these soldiers that just put to death another witch that's on the tree. The woman on the tree there with the sword in her belly, they just put her to death. And she was actually the teacher of the witch who's standing on her feet putting these men to death. And they hated each other. They didn't get along. But she still tried to come to her aid, and that's another issue that they had. Because, see, you got to understand, since they follow not the ways of the Bible, they follow not the instruction of this book, their kingdom failed. So you have this group of people who all divided and hated each other, all tried to come together to stop this one group of people who were attacking everyone, but yet none of them got along because what? They were a house divided. Even the witch council was divided. I think this, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is Isaiah 8:20, and it reads, "To the law and to the testament, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." And see, and they didn't speak according to this word. And just like E today governs very similarly to what we're seeing on the screen, they govern that way. Scorched earth and witchcraft. All right? Scorched earth and witchcraft. You know, they bomb, destroy, send in armies and militaries, massacre people, create refugee situations, everything that was going on in this show, man. And at the helm of it all, at their secret councils, all there's nothing but witchcraft being done. And like the scripture says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. As a matter of fact, let's go to Samuel. 1 Samuel, that is, 15th chapter. And 15 and 23. Yes, and it reads, 1 Samuel 15 and 23, "For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft," all right, and stubbornness, and as in iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he hath also rejected thee from being king. All right, so you reject the word of Yahweh, man, your kingdom will fall. The Bible is the standard on how to run a kingdom. Now I have all these alphabet gangs and alphabet genders and alphabet, all this craziness, man. Too many councils that go against each other. That's how you know they're going to fail. The same way they did before. I was watching the video that Shapatya did earlier. And it's true. When E was in, every time E was in power, man. Hey, Alexander could barely die. As soon as they put him in the ground, man. As soon as they buried the dude, his four generals, E split apart. And they start warring with and upon each other and against each other. All right? And then eventually they fell. Jake took over. All right? And you know, because they you know, and so they warred with each other all through the time that they were when they had claimed the Grecians' heritage and took over Greece. And then as they became the Romans. And it got so bad when they were the Romans that Jake ended up, they were so against each other and thinned out that Jake took over then. All right, then they fell for that 1,000-year period and came back into rulership during the Renaissance. And now look at the earth today, man. Scorched. Full of witchcraft, idolatry, false religions. You know, alphabet gangs in every nation that rule over the people unrighteously. And now alphabet genders, which create confusion, broken families, broken homes, broken men, failing economies, war and blood, scorched earth. Why? Because they follow not the ways of the Lord. All right, so we're going to close this one last scripture. This is Revelation 14 and 8, because the Lord is going to end all this confusion. All right, it's going to end it, man. And it reads, Babylon, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And just like in this scene, this was a great city with the host of a great army and another great army attacking it. And they were all the same people, just flying different banners and all against each other. And it was nothing but scorched earth and dead women and children. You know, just waste of life. And all this chaos and madness, because they were talking about controlling chaos, and all throughout that, I forgot to mention that. And that's that order ab chaos. You know, they want to create chaos and then try to bring order out of it. They're bringing the chaos, but there will be no order. The only order is coming when Yahweh cracks those clouds and finally makes his personal appearance. Because he's been sending his messengers, he's been sending the angels in the form of chariots, and the UFO mania that's taken America and the world by storm, which has become mainstream now. So the Lord is near, man. This thing is about to go down. You remember the persecution of the Israelites has begun. The controversy of Zion is going mainstream. And with that persecution, guess what happens right after? Deliverance. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Abishai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Wa Abba Babal. Shalom.